Vero, because the question says the position of this traffic agent is equivalent to the red light on the traffic light, which is vero, guys.
Question number 1. Il segnale raffigurato invita a usare prudenza, perché possiamo trovare ciclisti che attraversano la carreggiata.
Vero, because the question says this sign tells you to drive with caution because there might be bicycles driving on that part of the road.
Question number 2. Il conducente di un'autovettura o di un motociclo deve adattare la propria guida anche ai rischi legati alla presenza ai velocipiedi nel traffico.
Vero, because the question says the driver of a vehicle needs to understand the risk of bike and bicycle crossing on the road, which is vero, guys. That's why anytime we're driving, we need to always slow down and drive with caution and also be ready to stop if necessary.
Question number 3. Lo spazio di frenatura diventa 9 volte maggiore se la velocità si triplica.
Vero, because the question says if the speed triples, the space required to stop the vehicle will go to 9 times, which is vero, guys. For you to be able to calculate this, you need to multiply the number of the speed by that same number. In this case, we are multiplying 3 times 3 and it will give you 9.
Question number 4. In un passaggio a livello si possono trovare le barriere.
It's vero, because the question says on a railway line we can find barriers, which is vero.
Question number 5. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di prescrizione.
Vero, because the question says this is a prescription sign, which is vero.
Question number 6. La forza aderente non si oppone allo slittamento causato dal vento laterale.
Falso, because the question says the aderenza does not affect the slippage caused by the wind, which is falso.
Question number 7. Il segnale raffigurato, se barato in rosso, indica la fine del divieto.
Falso. The question says if this sign is crossed by a red line, it means the sign is no longer valid, which is falso.
Question number 8. Il segnale raffigurato indica che la strada non gode più del diritto di precedenza.
It's vero. The question says you're driving and you come across this sign. You should have it in mind that you no longer have rights on that part of the road, which is vero, because at this point the normal rule of driving will come to play, which means you need to give right to the vehicles coming from the right direction before you pass.
Question number 9. In un incrocio regolato con circolazione rotatoria, l'obbligo di dare la precedenza può essere imposto ai veicoli che stanno per immettersi.
Vero, because the question says at the roundabout, the people about to enter need to give right to the people already inside the roundabout, which is vero.
Question number 10. Le persone obese possono utilizzare appositi strumenti che evitano che la cintura di sicurezza stia aderente al corpo.
Falso, because the question says very fat or overweight people can have a way of having the belt not tied to their body, which is falso, guys. We all need to use the seat belt.
Question number 11. Il segnale raffigurato può trovarsi in corrispondenza di un passaggio a livello.
Vero, because the question says this sign can be placed close to a railway line, which is vero because this is fermarsi e dare la precedenza, which means you need to stop, watch out, and make sure there is nothing coming before you continue.
Question number 12. La sosta è vietata a meno di 15 metri dal segnale di fermata di autobus, filobus e veicoli circolati su rotaia, qualora gli spazi di stazionamento non siano delimitati.
It's vero because the question says parking is prohibited less than 15 meters from the bus stop, which is vero, guys. You don't need to park your vehicle in a way that it will cover the sign placed on that part of the road.
Question number 13. Si deve tenere una velocità sempre superiore a 30.
Falso because the question says you must always keep the speed above 30 km/h, which is falso. It depends on when you are driving and what part of the road you are driving on, and also if there is a sign saying it. So in this case, you can drive lower than 30 km/h and also drive higher than 30 km/h.
Question number 14. È opportuno per il conducente che accusa segni di stanchezza raggiungere la più vicina piazzola di sosta e riposare.
Vero, because the question says it is advisable for a driver who show tiredness to rest, which is vero, guys. If you're driving a vehicle and you see that you are tired, you need to stop, rest for a while before you continue.
Question number 15. La responsabilità penale connessa a sinistro stradale sorge qualora esso provochi lesioni gravi a persone.
Vero, because the question says the criminal law connected to the road accidents arises anytime you cause serious injuries to people on the road, which is vero. So if you make it this far, what are you still waiting for? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also on your notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you'll get notified.
Question number 16. In segnale raffigurato preannuncia l'attraversamento di una zona soggetta ai pericolo di incendio.
It's vero, because the question says this sign tells you that you are approaching that part of the road that can easily be set to fire.
Question number 17. Il delineatore raffigurato è posto alla fermata degli autobus.
Falso, because the question says this sign is located close to a bus stop, which is false because this is delineatore per strada di montagna, which is normally placed on the side of mountain roads.
Question number 18. Si devono usare gli indicatori di direzione per segnalare l'intenzione di spostarsi nella corsia di decelerazione di uno svincolo autostradale.
It's vero, because the question says we must use a navigator anytime we want to exit autostrada but change it to corsia di decelerazione, which is vero, guys, because anytime we want to change lanes, we must use the navigator, and corsia di decelerazione helps us to exit the highway.
Question number 19. Se un ferito della strada è in stato di incoscienza, bisogna controllare spesso la sua condizione di salute fino all'arrivo dell'ambulanza.
It's vero, because the question says if a patient is unconscious, we need to check the health frequently until the ambulance arrives, which is vero, guys.
Question number 20. Con la patente di categoria AM si possono condurre i quadricicli non leggeri con potenza fino a 7 kW.
It's falso, because the question says with the AM license you can drive quadricicli non leggere with the power of 7 kilowatts, which is fast, so guys, because with the AM license you can drive ciclomotori and also quadricicli leggeri.
Question number 21. Secondo le norme di precedenza nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, i veicoli P e C transitano contemporaneamente.
Falso, because the question says at this junction the P and C vehicle will go at the same time, which is false, guys, because remember the vehicle that needs to go first is the vehicle that have the right side free, and at this junction the P vehicle will go first, the B vehicle will follow before the C vehicle will go last.
Question number 22. Su carreggiate a due corsie a doppio senso di marcia, in prossimità di un dosso, è consentito sorpassare nella sia del veicolo che precede.
Falso, because the question says doppia senso di circolazione. On the hill, you can overtake the vehicle in the front, which is falso.
Question number 23. Causa probabile di incidenti dovuti alla struttura della strada può essere fondo stradale scivoloso.
It's vero, because the question says the structure of the road can be the cause of accidents on the road, which is vero, because if it's raining and there is snow on the road, or maybe the road is wet, it can cause accidents on the road. And also if there is potholes on the road, it can also cause accidents on the road.
Question number 24. Le frecce direzioni in figura sono a freccia combinata dritta-destra perché sia destinata a chi deve proseguire diritto o a destra.
It's vero, because the question says the straight and right direction on this sign tells the vehicle what direction to take if they are going straight or right, which is vero.
Question number 25. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica di diminuire la distanza di sicurezza.
It's falso, because the question says this sign tells you to reduce the safety distance, which is false, guys, because normally on the road you need to always increase the safety distance, not reducing it.
Question number 26. Sulle carreggiate, sulle rampe e sugli svicoli di autostrada e strada extraurbana principale è vietato invertire il senso di marcia e attraversare lo spazio traffico, anche all'altezza dei varchi.
It's vero, because the question says in autostrada e strada extraurbana principale, it is prohibited to reverse back, which is vero, guys. Remember, these two roads have lanes for one line of vehicle, which means all the vehicles are going towards one direction. You can't reverse back.
Question number 27. Quando una strada è a doppio senso di marcia con 3 corsie come in figura, i veicoli possono circolare per file parallele.
It's falso, because the question says on a doppia senso di circolazione with 3 lanes, we can drive on linea parallele, which is falso, guys, except there's a traffic agent telling us to do so.
Question number 28. Per limitare il consumo di carburante non conviene fare uso di portapacchi, ma sistemare i bagagli all'interno del veicolo.
Vero, because the question says to limit consumption of fuel, it is not advisable to put the load on top of the vehicle, which is vero.
Question number 29. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere almeno uguale a metri che il veicolo percorre durante il tempo di reazione.
It's vero, because the question says the safety distance must be at least equal to the distance covers during the reaction time, which is vero.
Question number 30. La posizione dei vigili con le braccia aperte verso la nostra direzione, come in figura, equivale alla luce rossa del semaforo.
Vero, because the question says the position of this traffic agent is equivalent to the red light on the traffic light, which is vero, guys. Anytime you're driving and you come across a traffic agent on this position, just know at that point you need to wait till it tells you to pass before you continue. And you keep thinking, how will I know the different speed to drive on every road? Watch this video here which explains limite massimo di velocità, which tells you the different speed you can drive on every road. And I'll see you guys in my next video.